last 3.
Coming off a loss at home against Acadie Bathurst, and then St. John flexing their muscle, winning in Halifax, scoring 7 goals, and then a big victory versus Cape Breton yesterday for the Sea Dogs in 7-0. As in Fortier gonna win down in front, they score! In the first 25 seconds, Hischier to Fortier to the front of the net, and the first goal, the first puck, the first shot squeezes through the pads of weight. It's 1-0 Halifax.
Yeah, you saw Fortier come on in, looked like he was untouched going in there. I think it's a save that Matthew Waite would like to have back. Just pushed it 5-hole and it squeaked its way through.
There's Hischier there, you see it down the wing. Fortier to the front. Able to tip it home. Lucky to be on that line. Wouldn't that be nice to play on that line as Durando is in front? Or check that, Ben Higgins in front that gets this pass that gets through. And he looked like he had the glove on. Sinking now in his own zone. Lifts it up the glass. They bang it out. Taillon can't get it out. Now he'll try again on a second effort. They do. Up through center. Taillon's going to take the body on his man. Separate him from the puck. Trying to follow up as Johnston. Work along the boards. And now out with the puck. Caleb Rich. He gets it up the wing for Hischier. Hischier on the tape. Going to the front of the net. A backhand on. And Waite makes the save. How quickly that gets to the front of the net. Another great setup by Hischier as he sends a Moose in alone on top of Waite. Indeed, but Hischier's back in the defensive zone, 200 feet away from the opposing net, trying to dig it out of the feet. Indeed, Campanelli. Campanelli to the slot for Johnson. He lays it to the front of the net. Taillon's still out there, trying to get a stick on that. He's roughed up along the boards, and the Mooseheads come up with a puck, and who else but Hischier? We're going to get a steady dive to him. He leads the attack and over the line. Snaps one. It's deflected off a stick and wand. Quickly the Mooseheads on it, looking for number 13 as it bounces off him. Kugler, one of the 20-year-olds for the Mooseheads. The wing, Tessier now has some open ice. Try to work the wing and chopped it ahead for Mesenheimer. Mesenheimer's had some success lately in the last few games. Getting some points on the board. Kaiser, who's really matured this season as the youngster moves it ahead and up the wing. In comes Fortier. Fortier got men going to the net. He drops for Hischier. Quick shot. He scores! Oh, you can't teach that. Hischier goes upstairs with a quick release. It's 2-0 Moose.
What a great no-look backhand pass by Maxime Fortier to find Nico Hischier in the slot.
My goodness, that wasn't on his stick long. Here it is here. And again, man going to the net occupies McIntyre. That's just a great shot that's hard to stop. No doubt about that.
That shows why he's ranked second in the NHL Central Scouting Report right there, Jerry.
3:23 the time of the goal. 2 goals in the first 3.5 minutes. I was wondering if there's going to be a Hischier show here this afternoon. He plays the same way no matter who the opponent is and whatever rink it's in. Fortier and McIsaac with the great lead pass out of his own zone, goes angled through the neutral zone and let Fortier come down the right side and cut into the middle. So Hischier on the board with a goal and an assist here in the first 3.5 minutes. He's got 36 goals on the year, folks. He's 6th in scoring the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. His line mate Fortier is in the top 6 as well. Fortier currently is 4th overall with 73 points. Hischier's got 71. Add a couple to both of them already.
One other game in the queue this afternoon, Jerry. Charlottetown and Bathurst. Now halfway through the second period, Charlottetown's got a 4-2 lead over the Acadie Bathurst team.
It's a big game for both of those teams. Only 2 games on the schedule this afternoon on Super Bowl Sunday. Cats out of their own zone looking for their first shot. Shots are 4 for Halifax, none for Moncton. That's been a problem for them. An ongoing problem here during this losing streak is getting off on the right foot. They have it here again this afternoon. Hischier drops. Wrist shot coming. Is deflected wide as men going to the net. As they smell blood, I think these Mooseheads are going hard to the cage. Back into his own zone. Matthew Charlebois got it up the wing. Jones will carry it in. He feeds in as Hischier going to the net. And he lifted one high and wide. Zombie on the far side. He comes off the boards with a jump, and song that's remained the same for the Moncton Wildcats. Getting off on the right foot. Have 2 shots. Halifax has 4. Halifax has 2 goals, 2 good goals. As Hischier has one of them, he'll work the wing. Up for Fortier. A couple of guys. Fortier, of course, 5 shorthanded goals this year, 2 against the Moncton Wildcats. You be careful when they're out there. Soppy comes in. It looked like it was offside. Dishes to Forte. Forte going to the cage. He goes right through the crease, and Waite fought him off and steered it aside. Penalties up back to full and even strength. So 0 for 1 on the Maritime Source for Sports power play for the Wildcats. Managed a couple. The Mooseheads got it loose to Forte. Good play by Caleb Rich, who came up with the loose puck. Now Forte trying to fight through traffic. Puts it down into the corner. Look at Lepagian deep looking for a loose puck. Forte now centers it right out in front. And Renault gobbled that up, but then had it stripped from him. Just more desire in these guys in green. Quick shot on, and Waite makes the save. It pops up his mask. And it bunts it down with his head and makes the save. Will hold on.
Alex Renault coming off a hot game 2 games ago. Jerry popped his first hat trick in the QMJHL.
There's the desire, and that Forte. I remember back in the series that Halifax and Moncton had, when Ehlers and Meyer were in the lineup, and Barbashev and Garland were in the lineup, and how important Forte was, and picked up an injury in that playoff because he was that secondary scoring as a 17-year-old. Now he's 19-year-old and leading this Halifax team. Hischier lays it through the slot. Nobody get their stick on that. Soppy circles the net. Otto Soppy. Soppy to the front and quickly relayed in. Oh, they make it look so easy. Forte has one. Make it 3-0.
Otto Soppy with another on the board as well. You know, his point streak's now extended to 7 games. You know, to watch the grit go through, and what a great effort to get that puck into him.
Here's the high-level look at it. Look at Soppy just go hard to the net and then shakes the defender. And Forte's between 2 guys.
If you're the Moncton Wildcats, you got to get a stick on Forte. You can't let him get in there.
And it's 3-0 Mooseheads. Here's a great angle here. Watch Forte out of the slot area, then back in again. Great instincts.
Absolutely, coming in tonight, he had 4 points in the last 5 games now with his goal tonight.
And that's all. A lot of it's about confidence too. Look at the moves by Forte in over the line, just dangling along the line, and gave it to Hischier. Hischier in the corner, trying to dig it out. He's got some desire. Is that Higgins in there that gets to play with these 2 guys? It is. He's got the game's opening goal. Trying to dig it out, gets it to the slot. It bounces all the way back to the line. Isaac, nice move to shake Messenheimer, and his wrist shot gloved down by Waite. He'll make the save, make it shot number 11, so 11-5. Shots on goal in favor of the Mooseheads with 8:10 left to go here in the first. Look at the move here by McIsaac to shake Messenheimer. That's what you call a lane right there.
How good is he going to be in the future for the Halifax Mooseheads?
Hard on the goaltender.
What a release.
And Sear Potts at 13:58 on the power play. So quickly after Walter Flower gave Halifax a 4-1 lead shorthanded. It's Sear finding Twining behind Blade Van Dixon. Forte centers it out in front. Be careful, that didn't go off Duncan McIntyre. McIntyre head for Messenheimer. Messenheimer can't get it deep though, and I think again, Chris, method of operation for Moncton is just get it deep and work the defense and less turnovers at the opposition or your own line. Sear with his set. Soppy unmarked. Comes down Main Street. Misses high, but he's able to kick it to his stick and get the 5th Halifax goal of the period. Another lopsided start for the Moncton Wildcats, Chris. And it's hard on the goaltending. Matthew Waite again. How does he stop that? Forte penetrates. Get it loose there. Higgins trying to center. Hischier's backhander goes off the skate and wide. Under 3 to go here in period 1. Bounce through center, McKenna. He can't get his stick on that. Hischier comes back in again against Sear. Puts on the brakes. He can stop at a dime as well. He's a great skater, smart, great shot, and a great playmaker. And about Nico Hischier, we've already seen him with a goal and an assist. Forte with a goal and an assist. Otto Soppy with a goal and an assist. Hischier will take it off his skate, come up through center. 2.5 left to go here in the opening period. 3 guys go to him and knock him down and come up with a loose puck. And, oh, they're going to call a penalty. Oh, my. I didn't see that. I thought he was just pressured as he held the puck. And now Halifax might get their first power play chance of the period. The replay on that is call has been made and is against the Wildcats. Thought it was good hard checking from his Swiss countryman Lecoute. And as I say, they live 200 kilometers away from each other, or grew up 200 kilometers away from each other. Don't know if they knew each other, but maybe the stick was in the skates, was it?
It looked like it was caught him right up around the mid.
Give it to Grew. Grew comes in and penetrates, drops, dishes it off. Frederick Aubin. He can quarterback, and he tried to find Roux on the short side. And look at the speed of Hischier to keep it in on the far side. Back to the point it comes for Cheney. Cheney, a first-round pick of Shawinigan, came over in that trade that sent the Moynihan's and the Meir and the Gavin Fitzgeralds to Shawinigan. Fitzgerald still in Shawinigan. Cats are able to vacate the zone. The penalty's up. We're back to full and even strength. So good penalty kill. It's Johnsonal.
Welcome back to Moncton Wildcats hockey here on Rogers TV. I had an opportunity to catch up with Swiss import star Nico Hischier. Let's take a look. Here with second overall right now in the NHL draft rankings, Swiss import superstar. We can honestly say that now, Nico Hischier. Nico, just take us through the impact that you've had here in Halifax with the Moosehead, and just the whirlwind that this season's been.
Well, I think first of all, it's been a really good season for me, and when I came here first, it was weird. I had to adopt me a lot in the smaller ice rink and stuff like that, but the boys helped me a lot, and it's a good group of guys, good coaches, good organization, so it's pretty cool to play there, and it's a good spot to be.
Do you have any added pressure with the rankings, the midterm rankings coming out as of late, and then of course the prospects game last week?
I don't think so. I mean, the media make a little bit more than I do, so I think I always try to focus me on the hockey, to just have fun, go out there and just play with fun, and that's the most important thing.
Coming from Switzerland, how difficult is it to come to the smaller rinks and play in North America and play the North American game?
For sure it's different. I mean, you have more body contact, your style has to change a little bit, like you have to dump more pucks, but at the end it's still hockey, and I like both ice rinks, so it doesn't really matter.
Staying in the moment right now, you know, this is a very young team going places. Do you kind of fast forward? Do you think about the draft right now? You know, hockey's a team game. You know, individual points and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the answer is no. I try to focus me on the hockey and on Halifax right now. Some games left in the season and then playoffs coming up. So just try to take day for day and have fun, keep it going, keep working hard, and yeah, that's the most important thing.
Who was your role model growing up in Switzerland?
In a guy in Switzerland or
just
the whole
overall?
Like my idol was always Pavel Datsyuk, so yeah.
Well, that's a great role model.
Yeah.
I'm sure, Nico, you're going to be a role model for countless young hockey players, aspiring young hockey players. We wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Through the third period, to note, Daniel Sprung now has 1 goal and 2 assists in that game.
That surprised me. Not that Daniel Sprung has a goal and assist. It surprised me the result. Acadie Bathurst have been playing very well, and defensively they've been playing very well. They were in Cape Breton, I believe, on Friday. Is coming in with an opportunity. Bishop with a back, he scores! Oh, quickly got to the front of the net. Is that Ben Higgins again, I believe? And another early goal, just 17 seconds in, and Higgins has a pair.
You see the puck get in, they battle down low. And then what a look to, again, a backhand no-look pass. Block shot, and then just gets one up over a sprawling Matthew Waite on the backhand.
Ben Higgins opened the game with a goal 25 seconds in. He gets now his 12th, 17 seconds in to the second period of play, and Matthew Waite's coming out, and Dominic Tomei is going in.
Third game in a row we've seen a goaltending change for the Moncton Wildcats.
Ben Higgins for sports power play for the Moncton Wildcats. Nico Hischier scored. After Walter Flower had scored shorthanded, the Cats answered that back with a power play goal 21 seconds later in that first period. Sear out there here on this power play that begins with him with the puck and over the line. Johnston to their lead. Ben Higgins with his second of the afternoon, 12th of the season. 17 seconds into the second period. He scored 25 seconds into the first period. It's Higgins I resort to. Is look at Hischier coming right in as he had a chance as he went to split the defense and came down Main Street. And Tomei makes another good save. Back to the line. Slap shot from Lepage through traffic. Directed wide and all the way around the boards and down the ice. Ben Higgins with the likes of Fortier and Hischier and Sompi in the lineup. He's the one that's got 2 goals. And here comes Fortier looking for more. Got a man going the net for Hischier. He's all alone in the shot. Tomei put a blocker on that. Yes, sir. How does 13 get that alone?
So many times this game, Jerry, we've seen Nico Hischier by himself in the offensive zone.
Moose start out from behind their own net. Hischier for Fortier. Higgins out there with him. Don't you think those two will be trying to set up the youngster for the hat trick? He's got 2. They center it out in front. And all the way back to the line. McIsaac going to keep it in there. Over for Hischier. He scores. That is way too easy. Nico has 2. The Mooseheads lead 7-2.
What great vision to see Nico Hischier again wide open in the circle for that one-timer to get back by Dominic Tomei. As far as the goaltending situation goes here today, Jerry, it's not, as you alluded to, it's not the goaltending fault. Great feed to see Nico Hischier wide open by himself to bury it into the open cage.
Hischier's got his second of the afternoon. He's got 37 on the year. Padding his stats in that first period of play. He had a goal and 2 assists. I think he gets an assist on Ben Higgins' first goal, so he's got 2 points here in the second period of play. So he's got 5. Hischier out there taking the draw. Grew on one side, Sompi on the other. Cheney at the point, being pressured, throws it in deep. Tebow up the boards, can't get it out. Hischier's there to dish. Monahan to the front, and Grew just redirected that wide, and that quickly got to the front of the net. It's down the ice. Blade man Dixon has faced 10 shots. 2 have got by him. The shot's now 22-10. And it's a 7-2 lead. So in the period, 5 shots for the Mooseheads, 2 goals. Hischier's got 1 of them. He set up the other. Remember the first game that Halifax and Moncton played to start the season, Chris, as Hischier comes off the boards, drops very smartly to Aubin. Got another penalty coming up here for Cheney. Cheney for Hischier coming off the boards. In behind, holding, still with it, all the way back to the blue line. Delayed penalty call. Cheney holding for Hischier. Hischier looking for a lane, finds one, and hits McIntyre again. Duncan McIntyre has been in front of a lot of shots already in this hockey game and slow to get up, and the Cats are going to be short 2 men here for 58 seconds.
And this is where you see Nico Hischier coming through. I mean, you try to slow him down. At least they weren't leaving him open. And, of course, the stick came up, clapped him on the hand. 2 minutes for slashing.
So with 2, Ben Higgins to get the hat trick. Hischier. Stick comes up on him and slow to get up. Neither official brought his arm up, and Hischier looks like he's all right off the draw. Oh, bang. For Cheney. Cheney down low for Jones. Jones again playing up front. Cheney ripped it high and off the glass and all the way around, but Aubin can't keep it in at the line. And the 20-year-old defenseman. Sears able to strip him and lob it the length. Now 1 penalty up. 1 remains for the Wildcats as Moosehead come ahead. I think it's Teon in the box, is it? Or Tessier? Nonetheless, Moncton still has 40 seconds left to kill in that penalty, and the Maritime Source for Sports power play. Hischier on this side. Shakes loose to the point for McIsaac. McIsaac bounces 1 wide of the net. Jones in there. McIntyre trying to win a battle. He does, and Tebow around the boards and down the ice. Guys down on the ice should be able to see that. That is a legitimate hook. Prevented Tessier from getting the centering pass. So Moncton now on their 4th power play of the afternoon. 1 for 3. McIntyre winds and fires. Who's in front of it? It's Bishop getting in front of that and deflecting it down the ice. And not feeling any effects either as McIntyre really wound and fired that baby Hischier's out there as well. Keep your eye on him. Nico Hischier on the year. Short-handed goals. He's got 2. And over the line, McKenna. See if he can calm this down. Goes rink wide with it right through the hash marks. I'm going to keep it simpler than that. McIntyre shot from the point. Man, Dixon steers it to the corner. McKenna now. Taillon is going to get his body in front of Moncton and get it back to the blue line, but it's Hischier that's going to leg it out. Nico Hischier. Multiple points here this afternoon. Has 2 points in this period. He's got 5 points in the game. Searing over the line. Taillon going to the net. Mika Sear holding. Now dishes. See the Caponelli. His shot through traffic. Taillon parked in front. Dixon fought that off. Sear back to the line. LeCout's shot. Rebound is there. And Moose sweep it out of the zone and out to center. 45 seconds on the power play. Sear now step ahead. Snapped it around the end boards. Johnston on it there. Logan Johnston along the boards trying to get it back to the blue line. That doesn't work. And with speed out of the own zone, Ben Higgins. Look at 5 opportunities with the Maritime Sorcerer Sports power play. So there's only 3 penalties in the first period. We have 8 power play chances here in the second. Hischier. Over and across. Flower in, or Aubin rather, with the shot. The big rebound came out as Tomei has been playing tough in the crease away from doing that.
And Jerry, for our viewers, just to give you an update, Nico Hischier was cut under the eye off the face-off, which is why Mika Sear took that 4-minute double minor.
Right, so according to Craig down at ice level, that the linesman can then tell the official, but everybody was, it was obvious right from the draw that the stick had come up, and the officials, the 2 referees, wonder what they're looking at, and that the linesman would have to maybe suggest it, but then 16-year-olds in their lineup.
That's the number that surprises me the most, and it's also quite impressive.
And they're the impact guys. There's the Grus, the Gravels, and the McIsaacs are the ones that jump out at me. And I think it's Raphael Lavoie, who's the other 16-year-old who isn't in the lineup here this afternoon. Puck control by the Moose off the draw. Okay, we played 40 seconds, still no goal. Again, I'm being facetious. Sorry about that. Because the Mooseheads scored 25 seconds into the game and 17 seconds into the second period of play. Cheney back to his own line. Hischier comes ahead. He's got 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists, and a point of hand side of the cage. Them leading their division now. Charlottetown with their win this afternoon. They now have 69 points. They and Blainville are the next tier, I would think. Is speaking of tiers, here comes Fortier. Got a man going to the net, trying to feed it there for Higgins. They're looking for the hat trick. Watch for 28 in this third period. And how many times he might get a chance to score the 3rd goal in his young career. Higgins in, follows to the net. Higgins right in. He can't jam it by Tomei, who's been solid since coming in relief of Matthew Wade. And certainly you can't blame Wade for the 6 that got by him. But Tomei has been rock solid in relief. Murphy fired it wide and deflected up and out of play. As I would
Behind him.
Off the draw, controlled by the Moose. Flower trying to get away. Higgins can't get it centered. Moved forward, if you will. Crosley.
You could be the one to save a life. Find the hero in you.
Welcome back to the Moncton Coliseum. Chris Dobson, Jerry Green upstairs. Craig Eagles downstairs as this one winding down as the Moncton Wildcats have lost 16 straight and they trail by 5 here in the 3rd. So I think I can mark it in the books, but it's just been hard, Chris, to see a young team that is really trying to find their way and their confidence, and it's been very difficult against what is this season especially a very tough Maritime division. All the team
And their captain, Gabriel Landeskog.
Speaking of the combination of mentioning Colorado, of course, Andre Turigny was there with Patrick Waugh in Colorado as an assistant when Patrick took over. Back to the line. There was always some scuttlebutt about trying to break away as Fortier got a man going to the net. It's Higgins. He tried to get it centered there. It was Higgins going to the net. Hischier now trying to spin away from DeCare, the 2 number 13s. No penalty call. Higgins again, drops for Hischier. Hischier can't sidestep Thibault, knocked him down as he tried to put it through the legs and get around the big defenseman. DeCare back the other way, lifted it high and wide. Campanelli along the boards. He can't get it deep, and now Hischier out by himself in the neutral zone, trying to kill time. Lecoute, Swiss countryman, stripped him of it. Campanelli in with a shot. Blade Man took it in the shoulder. Knocked that down. Shots now 24 for Moncton in the hockey game, and only had 15 after 2 periods. Have 9 here in the period. Johnson again out there, back to the point, and Blade Man takes it, and it's a cut into the shot totals. 43-29 now. Moncton with 14 shots here in the period. Halifax with 9. Théon will dump it in. Why can't they start the game like this? Back to the line, Bergeron. Sidesteps and dishes it over. Winding and firing. McIntyre can't get the shot away. Fortier gobbled that up. Now dishes it for Hischier. Got ahead for McIsaac. McIsaac trying to dot for Hischier. Hischier's got a man in front. Fortier trying to fend off. Fortier still with it. Doesn't want to give it away. Fights off 2 Cats and got it centered out in front. But Bergeron, Hischier with the sticks up. The referee looking right at it, let that go. Hischier with a little bit of a burr in his saddle. Up through center. Fortier will tip 3-2. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third period. It'd be fun to see how they would react if they got that victory and snapped that losing slide.
Earlier this week, and you know, this is the kind of fun things you say. You ask him, what happens when you play a team like St. John? And he goes, when the game's over, you smile and you walk up and ask for an autograph. And I mean, that's going to tell you, I mean, these kids are still having fun. Nobody likes to lose, but at the end of the day, they understand what their position is.
Bergeron can't keep it at the line. He's this week talked about a losing streak that he was involved in as a player and how you still got to battle hard through it every game, and you get a clean slate every game to start. You hope to make it better that time around. And he's been through this and trying to advise his team accordingly as it comes to the front of the net and to the line. Down by Cheney on the power play of the Mooseheads to conclude this game as Moncton throws at the length. So Rumble talked about he wants natural competitors on his team, guys who'll bite your arm off to get the puck, and he'll take those guys all day long. That's what he looks for. And so we talked about this team somewhat in an audition to see who's going to be around next year. It's offside by the Mooseheads.